The Karnataka Assembly Speaker K.R. Ramesh Kumar has just held a press briefing. He has disqualified 13 MLAs in the Assembly. These include 10 MLAs from the Congress and 3 from the JDS. Now, this comes right after 3 MLAs were disqualified on Thursday. This essentially bans all of these MLAs from the lower house till the end of the Assembly's term in 2023. Let's go over to Maya Sharma for more. Maya, finally a decision, a long pending decision. All eyes had been on the Speaker. What does this mean for the BJP? What does this mean for the political uncertainty in Karnataka?
Well, now the Speaker Ramesh Kumar has disqualified a total of 16 MLAs, all of those who rebelled really against the JDS Congress coalition. All of those MLAs have now been disqualified by Speaker Ramesh Kumar. On Thursday, of course, he started with the disqualification of 3, whose case was slightly different. They had a separate existence in terms of one being an independent who had merged his party with the Congress, another 2 against whom the Congress had initiated action earlier this year. Today, the disqualifications cover 10 Congress MLAs and 3 JDS MLAs who really started upping their dissident activity in July itself. The resignations, which began on July the 1st with Anand Singh and Ramesh Jarkiholi, who was earlier disqualified on Thursday. The following weekend, several more resigned and others resigned as well, bringing it to a total of 16 people who actually moved away from the coalition. So all have now been disqualified. This means that they immediately cease to be members of the Karnataka Assembly. They cannot vote, they cannot be in the Assembly, which of course reduces the number of members in the House. Now we're looking at, in a 224-member Assembly, we're looking at 208 who are in the House and able to vote. The halfway mark would be 104, the majority mark 105. The BJP alone has 105 MLAs, and they have the support of 1 independent, Nagesh, which brings them to 106. So with the reduced numbers on the House, they should be able to prove their majority. A trust vote and a vote on account on the finance bill, Yediyurappa had called an assembly session for that tomorrow. So right now, as things stand, the BJP can prove their majority with the reduced numbers in the House. The coalition with just 99 or 100 cannot. They do not have the numbers. The BJP just having enough with the reduced numbers in the House following the disqualification of all those dissident JDS and Congress MLAs.
Well, Maya, there have been calls for his own resignation. He has said that he will not resign and he will do his duty. The Speaker has really been the center of attention in all of this Karnataka political drama and is clearly under great pressure to take a decision. So, as you say that the BJP should be able to prove their clear majority, he has also announced that there will be a discussion on the vote of account. There will also be a confidence vote. I mean, what is Mr. Speaker now thinking of? He's spoken about how this has been a time of great stress for him as well.
Indeed, he said he's been under great pressure. He said he's in deep depression right now. Extra sad today because he's lost a man he described as his mentor, Jaipal Reddy. So he was very emotional in the press meet, even crying, even coming to tears when he spoke about Jaipal Reddy, mentioning him and other leaders, saying, were these parliamentarians really in our parliament? Look at what we have come to now. I'm in a state of great depression. He talked about the pressure he'd been under. The other day he had said that nobody can reach him, nobody can pressurize him. But today really admitting to that pressure he's been under. There was, of course, speculation that the BJP would in fact move a no-confidence motion against the Speaker and make it that he had to resign, but he has made it clear that he is not going to resign. He will be there tomorrow in charge of that trust vote, in charge of that vote on account for that, or the vote on the finance bill. He will be there. The BJP also, in the run-up to and during this entire political drama, has said they have great respect for Ramesh Kumar and were quite sure that he would act according to the Constitution. He has taken his time. He was given that time also by the Supreme Court. Many of the MLAs, 15 of the MLAs, had in fact moved the Supreme Court saying he should decide immediately on their disqualification. But the Supreme Court did reiterate that the Speaker could decide on those resignations or disqualifications and at his own time, at his own pace. He did take his time, but he has made that decision ahead of the session convened for the trust vote and the finance bill from tomorrow morning.